JB Dillon here. Got my 74 Dodge Dart listed for sale. I've had this car since 2012, but the increasing number of things that I need to devote finances to is increasing, and I can no longer afford to keep this project. So it's a 74 four-door custom. It's got a little fender ding on the front there. Otherwise, the body looks really good. There's no scary rot in the quarters. A little bit of rust here beginning at the corner of the window. It needs the vinyl top removed. It's got registration paid up until January. You can see here, pretty good looking body and quarters. No rot, no cancer. It's a 225 slant 6 and a 904 automatic. And it does get driven regularly. It gets driven twice a week, every week. And it used to get driven more often than that, but I needed to get something that was a little nicer on gas. This only averages about 17 to 18 miles per gallon, and I do a lot of driving, usually about 30 to 40 miles a day. So, since I've gotten it, I've redone the brakes, new master, new rubber hoses, calipers, wheel cylinders, drums, shoes, discs and pads. It does have front disc on it. Fuel filter I just replaced recently when I did a tune-up. Radiator, top radiator hose. Water pump was done in 2012, 2013. Alternator around the same time, along with voltage regulator. It's got an aftermarket ignition module when the original failed. The front end bushings were all done, upper and lower control arm bushings. I replaced the lower control arms because one of them had a slight fracture and had a crack, so I just replaced it. The lower ball joints and tie rods have been replaced. The upper ball joints still check with inspect, so I left them alone. It drives straight, it brakes wonderfully. The interior is a little sad. It's kind of worn out. And underneath the towel, there you go. The circular thing is a pad that I used to fill the worn spot, but it's been holding up. Been like that for a number of years. Got some wear here. The headliner I just patched up here and there. It's all original. It's coming apart. The dashboard is of equal wear. It's pretty beat, but it gets you there. Runs and it drives. Major issues right now is that after it warms up, third gear slips a little, and the pinion carrier bearing is noisy and needs to be replaced. So let's get the keys and we'll start it up for you. It's been sitting about a week. That's what the mileage is now. I don't know how many times it's been rolled over, but I have at least rolled it over once. So we'll choke it. Almost. It's got an aftermarket Pioneer head unit in it with the hands-free Bluetooth mic, which works great. The speakers in the panels there, somebody did before I got it. Yeah, they're not bad. There's no buzzing and rattling. You did an okay job. The ones in the back are some vintage Jensens that I put in there. A little bit of vapor from sitting. No blue smoke. Rear main seal weeps a little bit. Front tranny seal weeps a little bit. Choke's not ready to come off yet. That was another thing I replaced, was the thermostatic choke, but that was a long time ago. Let's drop down the fast idle cam. There we go. Nice smooth idle. Nice healthy sounding exhaust note. So, if you guys want a nice project car that doesn't have a whole ton of body problems, this is a nice one to start with. I'm asking $3,000. I don't think that's unreasonable considering what these A bodies are selling for in worse condition. So if you're interested, you can contact me in my JP Dillon Gmail address, and I'll try to respond as I have time. Don't want trades, don't want low balls. If you're really interested, it's in the East San Diego area. Come check it out. I'd be happy to show it to you. Also, if you're driving through the El Cajon Car Show every Wednesday, it's usually parked there. But anyways, thanks for watching the video. More stuff to come.